show me where the camera. Click, click. I don't even wait to raise a banner. Throw that confetti, Eddie, Eddie, everywhere, everywhere. It's confetti, Eddie, Eddie, everywhere, everywhere. Ay, floating, floating, floating in the air, in the air. It's confetti, Eddie, Eddie, everywhere, everywhere. Hey, this a story of a underdog like you ain't never seen. Right with the ancient table, still it's evergreen. Right with my squad for the age of 17. I with legit, I'ma treat it, lay down something clean. In the studio, I craft more than Q flows. What they say at school out. Said I be too broke, myself found a loophole. Play my role like Caruso. Won't jump through hoops, but what I do to Pro Tools was too dope. Cold as ice, cold as ice, cold as ice. You don't know my price. Boy, can't be bought, put that on my life. When the fight, when he rolls back to life, yo. Hey, hit that, play sign and sit back. Cause strip still gon' spit that for my court like 6-pack. Bring that 06 back, well that's where I'm still at. Sign my name, lit that envelope, then send it. Confetti, Eddie, Eddie, everywhere, everywhere, ayy. Bro, I've been telling them keep up. That ain't the time and they ease up. This ain't my home like my lease up. He's making me Mona Lisa. Okay, don't really care what them posts say. I would still do this for no pay. It would be kinda hard though, not gonna lie. Been on my go, family grown, good to my soul. New arrows, fit in my bow. Aim it, who knows where they might go. Hey, hey brother, they understand that I'm just a son of the son of man. I'm ready man, but don't wanna dance. Just trying to keep it 100 grand. So gone like breakneck, slim roll my pay set. Bruh, gone with your fake threat. Got now, then wait for the paycheck. Isn't it cold? How my soul be dripping in gold? Follow the script, that's the code. Yeah, never too late. That ain't my way. Right at the gate, all in your face. Preaching away. Right at the gate, quick on my pace. Right when I wait, ay, right at the gate. I know my place. Right when I wait, man, that's right at the gate.
Hello, hello, hello. What is up, everyone? Hey, welcome back to another live stream. My name is Tyler Ramsby. I am your host. I am a hacker by day, ethical, of course, and content creator, streamer, all of that fun stuff at night. Super excited to have all of you taking the time to hang out with me. Do want to let you know right at the outset that I'm live right now on 3 different platforms. Also adjusting my mic a little bit. Let me know, guys, if the mic is distorted at all, too loud, too quiet. I'm looking at audio levels now. I've been having to mess around with it for some other stuff I've been working on. But do want to let you know I am live right now on 3 different platforms. You can join on whichever platform works best for you. But I am live on YouTube, Twitch, and LinkedIn. Believe it or not, you can stream on LinkedIn. On YouTube and LinkedIn, I just stream under my name, Tyler Ramsby. And over on Twitch, I stream under the name Hack_Smarter. So YouTube and LinkedIn is Tyler Ramsby. Twitch is Hack_Smarter. And yes, I am aware of Twitch's new policy where they don't want their own... Like, they don't want Twitch chat with YouTube chat. My message to Twitch is, you suck, your policy is stupid. I don't care if I'm breaking it. Ban my account. I'll come back. But hey, guys, super excited to have all of you here. Let me pull up chat so I can say hello to everyone. And if you're just here lurking, still say hello in chat. We'd love to hear from you. Let me know if it's your first time as well. Maybe you stumbled across this for the very first time. I want to give you a proper welcome. But looking up in chat, we have... Ladies and gentlemen, the real Bilbo with first blood in chat. He beat Zero Cool by 0.000004 seconds. Crazy. We got Triple 4C checking in third. We got Tanya saying present. Good to have you here. We got Triple 4C again. Mark is checking in. Zach Sports. Nefos is here. Crypto King, the one and only Genius Orca. Axorin, if I'm saying that correct. Hoi Manoy. Jimmy Barrios. Yo, Jimmy. First, I saw your email. Second, I will respond ASAP, probably tomorrow. So I did see your email. I'm not ignoring you. We'll respond to you tomorrow. Albivio, good to have you here. Mando Avila, good to have you here. Dubious Losky, if I'm saying that correct. What's going on? What's going on is we're going to hack the planet. Let me scroll through. Death Wish Show, good to have you here. What up, Harrison Wells? What up, Dr. Root? What up, Cyrano Greer over on LinkedIn? Ethan Bauer. Tyler, be honest. Are you tired of saying the same thing at the start of every stream? I'm not. No, it kind of gets me into the motion of like letting people know what's going on. It's like, it's how you kick things off. If I didn't say that at the beginning of the stream, something would just feel off to me. Griffin, hey Griffin, thank you for the kind words. Thank you for being here. What up, Diego? What up, Cyber Sam? What up, Robert? What up, Agelix? Bilbo built a faster AI model than mine. Brutal. 0x3 said, first time on the live, but watch your videos. Well, dude, welcome to the live stream party. It is so good to have you taking the time to hang out. What up, Dario TG? Hey, y'all, right at the outset, do want to also let you know tonight is going to be a shorter stream than usual. You can catch me again in like 9 hours from now, 10 hours from now. 10, 11, I think 10 hours from now. You can catch me 10 hours from now back on stream. I am guest hosting again the daily cyber threat briefing over on Simply Cyber. If you do not subscribe there, you should. But that show kicks off at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm actually going to get a link for you guys. What that means is I can't stay up till my normal like 1 a.m. that I usually do because I have to wake up at freaking 6 a.m. to get ready for that show. And so I can't stay up as late as I normally do. Let me grab a link here. But here is the Simply Cyber Show by my friend Jerry. I'm filling in for him tomorrow. So if you want to come hang out, it's this stream right here, July 3rd's Top Cyber News Now. I spend an hour going through the top cyber news for the day, and then 30 minutes at the end doing a Q&A that they call jaw jacking. So just know, I'm streaming right now. 10 hours from now, I'll be streaming again. So would love to see you at the stream tomorrow morning as well. Also plan on streaming tomorrow night. So I'm streaming tonight, tomorrow morning, and tomorrow night. I won't be streaming July 4th because I'm going to a fireworks show with my family, but good to have you guys all here. Let me see if I'm missing anything in chat. What's up, Johnny? Ethan said, just watch a John Hammond THM walkthrough. Feeling really bad about my own ability right now. Dude, John Hammond, do not compare yourself to him. Hey, I messaged on Discord, some discount about the upcoming fishing course as from the part of world where I'm from. $30 is kind of... there won't be any scholarships in the beginning for the fishing program after the initial release. Crypto King sponsors some scholarships, so stay tuned on Discord on how to get a scholarship for that. But my fishing course generally is not going to be available for free. Imagine being a cybersecurity professional but not having YouTube notifications on for Tyler Ramsby. Exactly. Yeah, right. Smash that like button. Hit that notification bell thing. Yes. Don't lose any fingers this weekend. I'll try not to. I'm not shooting any off. Just going to watch. Throw it in reverse, Terry. Back it up. You guys remember that video? Classic. What are you doing, Terry? Classic 4th of July video. Guys, before we kick things off, I need to do a drawing. I shared in a video a few weeks ago that I have 2 vouchers to Pwn Labs to give away. If you missed out, well, you missed out. You cannot enter now. This closed a week ago on Friday and want to do the drawing now. So we're going to see who wins. These are $200 value each for a year-long subscription to Pwn Labs. Gives you access to all the premium labs and as well as the cyber range. And as usual, I will reach out to the winners. If they don't respond to my email within a week, I'll redo the drawing. But usually people respond. But let's go ahead and spin this wheel. Here we are. We got the color wheel going on. I have all of the supporters from Ko-Fi. And hey, I will just say, if you want to be in these giveaways in the future, all you need to do is donate on Ko-Fi. You can join a monthly or just give a one-time gift. But there's the link to Ko-Fi. Oh, thank you, Real Bilbo. That's amazing. Appreciate it. But okay, let's see who... Actually, let me adjust myself over here. I need to get myself a little bit smaller. There we go. Put myself in this corner so I'm below chat. All right. Drum roll, please. That's a terrible drum roll. All right, spin the wheel. Winner number 1 is Chris S. So, Chris S., if you're in chat, first, congratulations. If you're not in chat, also congratulations. I'm going to go ahead and jot your name down in my notepad, text editor here. We got Chris S. Let's say Pwn Labs winners. Pwn Labs winners. So the first one is Chris S. If you don't know what Pwn Labs is, we might do some of their labs tonight, so you'll be able to see it. But congratulations to Chris S. Let's go ahead and see who's going to win next. Spin that wheel. I should be a game show host, guys. Oh my, Sync Logic. Dude, he is often in chat. Is Sync Logic in chat today? He's here almost every live stream. I'm so excited he won. Yo, Sync Logic, I'm sure you'll probably end up watching this. Be on the lookout for a message from me. I'll shoot you an email. But congratulations to Chris S. and Sync Logic. I'm really happy Sync Logic won. I obviously can't choose who the winners are, but Sync Logic is someone who is almost always hanging out in the live stream. So that's awesome. Congratulations, Sync Logic. Oh, we got Malware Cube from TCM checking in. What is up, dude? Good to have you here, my friend. Geez, I got to create an event. Guys, I'm doing a live stream with the other Andrew from TCM. I think in 2 weeks, we're going to do some live IoT hacking, and we're going to do a giveaway for a year-long pass to TCM's Academy. So I'm always doing giveaways, guys. If you don't follow my stream and my content, you need to. This is like if you ever do video games and you follow Twitch streamers doing drops, I'm doing drops, right? But these are like real-life things I'm giving away to you, not to level up your Elder Scrolls Online account, but to level up your career. So if you don't follow me on streaming, Twitch, YouTube, you should. I'm always freaking doing giveaways and doing partnerships to make things awesome for you guys. But hey, let me go ahead and get logged into a few things real quick. For some reason, I didn't open my freaking VirtualBox because I'm a genius, so let me get logged in real quick. Also, let me know in chat, guys. We have a little over 50 people on the different platforms. What's a win from this week? What are you guys celebrating? What have you accomplished? Did you get a new job? Did you quit a job? I would love to hear. I would love to celebrate with you. Did you get a cert? Did you solve a machine? Let us know in chat. I'd love to celebrate with you. Shouldn't have Quimu. Less issue. I really should. Is it Kmu? Is that how you say it? I think so. And I assume it works for like Ubuntu, right? Yes. Okay, I'm going to Netflix. You sold me already because I've had some issues with VirtualBox. I'm sold. I'll work on getting that installed. My win was passing a web app pen test at a certain company. Dude, congratulations. I'm guessing you mean Rhino. If you do get hired, I will work with you for at least a few months. I'm still at that company until the end of September, helping finish out projects. So if you get hired, I will likely be the person training you or one of the people training you. So would love to meet you. But congrats on making it through the Web App Pen Test Challenge. Zay for celebrating that he's still alive. That is always good. Griffin says internship doing external pen test stuff and social engineering. Amazing. John got designs done for staff merge for DEF CON. Even cooler. Tandy said, I'm just finishing Linux Privesk. Amazing. Ethan, I'm one step closer to solving one of those hacking hub boxes. Some of those missions are very difficult. They are very difficult. 444C is working on his first CTF machine to upload to try hack me. So cool. Johnny just passed the AWS AI practitioner. Man, you guys are killing it. I love it. Neffel says, I was impressed with the message from Ben about actually applying to everyone that applied. That is awesome message and great example of leadership. Yeah. If you applied at Rhino, you will hear back. That's not something most companies do. I don't know if any companies do that. Usually you just get ghosted. You won't get ghosted. What do you think would be good to do in the time until I start WGU on August 1st? You should hack stuff, dude. I don't know, whatever you want to do. You don't have to like knock out a bunch of lists before you start. Diego said, being selected for free AWS course plus cert included. Planning to specialize in security and cloud pen testing in the near future. Amazing. What up, Karen? We got the hacker mask on over on Twitch. Good to have you here. Okay. What we are going to do, and like I said, I'm limited on time, guys, maybe about an hour or so. But I want to show off a really cool lab I did a while ago on Pwn Labs. doing some hacking of Google Workspace that I thought was really cool. You haven't switched to VMware? No, because VMware and Ubuntu have issues from my personal experience, and I refuse to use Windows. Logan said, finished my second course in my bachelor's program for cybersecurity, hoping for an analyst job. Amazing. First time in the live stream. Welcome to the party, pal. Good to have you here. I've completed the Linux fundamentals and also completed the Bandits, all levels of Notion. I learned from you to always note whatever you come across. What's the duration to achieve VAPT? Well, it depends on context. What do you mean by the duration to receive it? You mean like to land a job? It all depends on the person, dude. I cannot answer that for you, and the job market kind of sucks right now, to be realistic. But anyways, y'all, I want to showcase a lab from Pwn Labs where we're going to do some Google Workspace hacking like Gmail and G Drive and all of that fun stuff. It's a really cool lab. Now, full disclosure, I'm not working through it for the first time here on stream. I went through this lab just on my own and thought, yo, this lab is super cool. I want to showcase it on stream. So we'll probably do it in a few different parts, but that's what we're going to do for the stream today. I'm going to go ahead and get logged into some stuff. Is it okay to use PwnCat on Linux CTS? Feels like I'm cheating. It's definitely okay. It's okay to use GPT as well. All right, am I signed into the right account? So real quick intro to Pwn Labs before I start recording. And by the way, if you're new to my streams, I live stream. Obviously, I'm live right now, but also during the live streams, I record shorter standalone videos for my YouTube channel. So what you're going to see me do in just a little bit is I'm going to hit record over on OBS, and I'm going to welcome people to the video, the people watching it after the fact on YouTube. So it feels a little bit strange, but you guys get to be in the live studio audience. I will leave the chat up above my head as long as you keep it PG. If you don't, I just have to take the chat off the screen. But so far, you guys are doing good. But if you've never been to Pwn Labs is sort of like Hack the Box, but for the cloud. They have hands-on labs that cover Azure, AWS, and GCP. They have a whole bunch of free labs that you can do, no sub required, but the subs that I just did drawings for give you premium access. It's $200 for the entire year. Crazy affordable for learning some cloud pen testing. The lab I did recently is this leverage Google Workspace for GCP resource access. It's a super cool lab. I want to show it off on stream. So and it's also been a while, so I'll try to approach this as blind as possible. Buy Tyler Ramsby coin. Maybe one day I'll have my own crypto coin, but I won't because that's very scammy with the pump and dump craziness that comes to those influencers making crypto coins. Just getting logged into my Notion real quick so we can get some notes set up for this. All right, let me drop this to the side. All right, start pwning. You guys can watch. I'm just going to turn on the lab so I can get things going before I start recording. I'll download the VPN file. And we'll go ahead and get the VPN kicked off. What was that file? It was a crazy long name. Oh, it starts with Tyler Ramsby. All right, we're on the VPN. Open up a new terminal. Go to the Pwn Labs folder. We'll make a folder for that shortly. Don't be like Haktua. Exactly. Not sure if you noticed, but there's been a slight interface update to Notion. I don't know if I've noticed or not. What up, Anime Clown? Good to have you here. Guys, hey, before I go any further, I need to tell you that this stream is sponsored by me. Hey y'all, in addition to all the live streaming stuff I do, I also have structured courses that will teach you how to become an ethical hacker or how to go further in your career in ethical hacking. I'll showcase this when I hit record as well, but hey, if you want to check out my courses, they are on sale right now. If you use the code FIREWORKS20, you get 20% off. I'm pretty sure this is the last sale until Christmas, and also this is going to be the cheapest you can get my courses for, and it's one payment for lifetime access. I'll drop a direct link to you guys here, but I partner with Simply Cyber on my courses. I'll change it over to Tyler Ramsby as the author. And you can see the courses here. So Introduction to Hacking Methodology will help you get started with beginner level like CTF and ethical hacking. Intro to AWS Pentesting is over 60 hands-on lessons in labs that will take you from beginner level to intermediate in AWS Pentesting. Like I said before, use the code FIREWORKS20. I'll drop in a chat for 20% off this week only. And my next course, Hands-On Phishing, releases July 8th, which is going to be amazing. You'll stay tuned for that, but I'm giving away a voucher for the OSEP. The course is going to be $24 for the early bird price when it comes out, and it covers GoPhish, Evil Jinx, spoofing phone calls, performing OSINT, full campaigns, like from the perspective of a red team or pen tester. You'll enjoy it. You'll love it. But let me go ahead and drop a link to my current courses. If you support what I do and you want to be awesome and learn how to hack stuff, enroll in the courses, 20% off this week only. You pay one time for lifetime access, and my commitment to you is if you enroll in one of my courses, even if you wait to go through the course a year from now or 2 years from now, and you're not 100% satisfied with the course, just DM me on Discord. I will personally refund the full cost that you paid. Can we hunt for bugs on your website? No. This is not my website. This is Simply Cyber. And the back end's just Teachable. I think Teachable probably has a bug bounty program. So you can spin up your own Teachable instance to do that. But okay, now that I have that done, I'm going to leave that pulled up because I'll do another like quick intro when I hit record. But let's go ahead and dive in. Oh, what up, Mary Ellen Kennel? First, congratulations on speaking at Wild West Hacking Fest this year. I'm looking forward to it, but totally good. Good to have you here. I just solved Mr. Robot, but I'm wondering if you got any tips on how I can approach a CTF challenge. So I'm not just saying this because I made the course. Go through my Introduction to Hacking Methodology course. That will answer probably like 99% of the questions you have about going through your first few CTF machines. Using Linux and bare metal or VM, which is good. Both. I use Linux on bare metal and VM. All right, let's go ahead and start recording. Is Pwn Labs available monthly like a monthly sub? Yeah, it is available. It's like $200 a month for a monthly sub. All right, now I am going to record. For real. I'll still answer some questions, though. But let's go ahead and hit record. Oh, well, I'll edit this. I need to switch to this camera when I kick things off. Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. This video, we're going to solve another machine on Pwn Labs, or rather a lab on Pwn Labs. Now, if you've never heard of Pwn Labs, I like to think of them like Hack the Box for the cloud. They have hands-on labs covering AWS, Azure, and GCP, and I've really been digging into GCP or Google Cloud pen testing. Now, the lab I want to showcase, at least in this video, and it's going to be a series of videos, but in part one, I want to showcase a lab where we get hands-on with hacking Google Workspace, Gmail, Google Drive, all of those fun things. Now, full disclosure, often when I make these videos, I'm approaching the machine completely live and blind. I did go through this lab offline. I wasn't actually planning on showcasing it on stream, but I thought it was so cool, I wanted to share it with all of you. But I am going to try to do it from a somewhat blind approach. I'll share my methodology. I'll share my thought process. I'll share about some of the things that got me stuck. But if you have a Pwn Lab subscription, you should follow along. You learn a lot by watching me. You learn a lot more by hands-on keyboard and doing it right alongside of me. If you don't have a sub, that's okay. You can live vicariously through me. Just take notes, take screenshots, and learn along the way. The other thing you might notice is up in this corner right above my finger, you see some chat. This is the live stream. So I make my standalone YouTube videos while I'm streaming. If you have never been part of my live streams, you are missing out. If you join me for a live stream, you can be in the live studio audience like those people up there saying hello to YouTube. So make sure you subscribe, click the little bell notification thing so you get notified when I go live. But I stream all the time in the evening. Would love to have you join me for a live show. Hey, before we dive in, I do want to let you know that this video is brought to you by me. At the time of this recording, my courses are on sale for 20% off. This is this week only, the week of the 4th of July. After that, they'll go back to the regular price. I'm pretty sure this is the last sale or one of the last sales until Christmas, and this will be the cheapest you can get my courses, one-time payment to get lifetime access. As of this recording, I have 2 courses available. Intro to AWS Pentesting will take you from beginner level to intermediate when it comes to AWS and cloud pentesting, and Introduction to Hacking Methodology, a beginner-friendly course that will help you get started with CTFs and beginning a career as an ethical hacker. Now, depending on when you're watching this, on July 8th, my next course releases that I'm super excited about called Hands-On Phishing that will teach you to do full phishing campaigns with GoFish and Evil Jinx, setting up full phishing infrastructure, purchasing domains, configuring certifications, doing phone call spoofing, creating pretext, bypassing defenses, so many things. I can't even remember all of it, but over 60 labs all about phishing, and I'm giving away an OSCP voucher. So if you enroll in that phishing course by August 5th, you will be eligible to win. I'll do that drawing live on stream. But hey, if you want to check out my courses, once again, they're on sale, 20% off for the week of the 4th of July only if you use the code FIREWORKS20 on checkout. I'll drop it in chat for all of you in the live stream. Fireworks20 on checkout, and I'll drop a link again to the courses over in the live stream for those of you who are just tuning in. That being said, let's go ahead and dive into the fun for today. So here is the lab I want to show off, and this will be part 1. And we will talk about initial enumeration as we dive into this lab, but it's gain initial access. Actually, I clicked the wrong one. Gain initial access via social engineering. This isn't the one I want to do. That's a cool lab as well. But I actually want to do this lab, leverage Google Workspace for GCP resource access. Let me click into this and turn this lab on, and we'll let this lab get booted up. While it boots up, let's cover some of the things we're going to be talking about, and let's go ahead and get our notes ready. So first, I'm just going to copy this. Well, I'm going to name it a little bit different. I'll just say hacking Google Workspace, and then in parentheses, no, that's not what I want to drop in. I thought I copied it, but I didn't. What I want to drop in is the name of the lab right there. Boom. And let me look at chat. Am I missing anything? Creating red team courses. So my phishing course very much is a red team course. Let me go to make this full width. Have you seen the new Linux Prevesk? I'll have to check it out. I haven't seen it yet, I don't think. But let's go ahead and get some details ready here. Is this, okay, it's still spawning the lab. But we'll read through the scenario and get all of this dropped in our notes. I meant to grab this so I can tab complete, or tab to switch between windows. I'm going to do an H1, and we'll just call this our scenario/scope. And here is our scenario. During a red team engagement, your colleague, our HackSmarter colleague, successfully phished an employee. They must have gone through my hands-on phishing course after it releases on July 8th. They went through my course, they learned how to do phishing, and they phished an employee. Pwn Labs forgot that detail, but that's really what happened. And they gained credentials to access to their Windows jump box. From this initial foothold, your objective is to pivot further into the organization's infrastructure and demonstrate impact by gaining access to sensitive resources. Now, what I love about Pwn Labs is there's full, detailed, written walkthroughs for every single lab. So if you're brand new to cloud hacking, you will be able to follow along. But additionally, I love that there's learning outcomes. The way I approach these labs is I take the learning outcomes as like mini challenges, right? So we have understand how to pivot from compromised endpoint to cloud infrastructure, practice GWS, that's Google Workspace enumeration, Google Docs, Keep, and Gmail, learn to identify and exploit misconfigured or overly permissive GCP services, and explore how insecure Firebase configurations can lead to backend bypasses. So what I want to do is first, I'll copy this and just drop it into scenario scope. There we go. And I'm going to do another H1, and we'll say our learning objectives. And I'm just going to grab these learning objectives right here, and that's going to be how we structure our notes. I'll paste that in there. And let's grab this first learning objective. I'm going to do another H1, and we will paste that in. Now, what I love about Notion is we can go ahead and do a table of contents in the beginning of our notes, and then we can see everything that we are covering. So first, we need to understand how to pivot from a compromised endpoint into cloud infrastructure. So let's see what our compromised information is. We have it right here. Let's copy that information down. I'm just going to do a code block with 3 backticks, and I'll paste in the IP. We have a username of JasonW, and we have a password of JasonW123 with some leet speak dug into that. So step number 1 is knowing this is a compromised workstation. Let's see if we can RDP into the workstation and just begin enumerating what is on the workstation. So I'm going to do Remina. You can also use X-Free RDP, but I personally just like Remina. I like the interface. I feel like it's super user-friendly, and I'm going to paste in, not the password. We want to go ahead and grab the IP. So I'll grab the IP, paste that in. Hey, thank you, Smoke World. I appreciate the kind words. And it doesn't seem to want to connect. Did I do something wrong? Oh, guys, you know what's wrong? I'm actually glad I showcased on the video. So I had the wrong lab pulled up at first. Each lab here actually has a different VPN because of how the cloud environments are configured. So I am on the wrong VPN for the lab that we want to start. So if you ever have that issue, as you launch the lab, make sure you download the new VPN configuration file. So I'm going to do sudo open VPN, Tyler Ramsby, and we want not that one. I know I'm just learning how to use a computer, but let's go ahead and do this one and get connected. And now we'll see if that works for us. I'm going to grab that. Can I ping that machine? VPN was still connecting. I think it's connected now, though. We have initialization sequence completed. It added the routes. It is a Windows machine, so it may not respond to ping. Let me just try Remina on this machine now. There we go. And yes, we will accept the certificate. I think the username was JasonW, if my memory serves me correct. If I could go back over to my notes, JasonW, and I'm going to copy his password here. And hit OK. And there we go. So once we solve user error on the VPN, I'm glad I realized exactly what it was right away. We can go ahead and toggle our dynamic resolution update. So when you open up Remina, I always recommend clicking that. It makes it so it's full screen, a little bit easier to follow. And here we are. We are on the compromised workstation. It is booting up, but this is very real world. When I'm doing at least an internal pen test, there's going to be multiple times, or there has been multiple times, where I gain access to an employee's workstation. You may not have admin access, but just being on an employee's workstation, you can hunt for data. You can hunt for credentials. You can see what you are able to find. Now, one of the best ways to hunt for credentials, you might think, hey, maybe I should open up File Explorer, maybe I should open up CMD, maybe I should look at PowerShell. But there's one thing I always recommend, and that is the KISS principle. If you don't know what KISS is, it's keep it simple, stupid. Now, I'm not calling you stupid. Maybe I am. But the KISS principle is super important, not only when you're working through a lab, but even in real-world pen testing. You don't have to be like the super elite hacker dropping 0 days to successfully compromise a domain or to pivot from a compromised workstation into the cloud. You just have to think like, okay, what am I looking for? Oh, what up, J-Mod? Good to see you in chat. But what am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for a password. I'm looking for a way to get access to their Google account, their Gmail account, their Google Drive account. How can I gain access to their account? Well, you could hunt through here, but what do people use to log into stuff? They use a web browser. And one mistake that people often make is they save their credentials to their web browser instead of using a more secure password manager. So let's just check this out. If I open up, we'll just start with Microsoft Edge, and then we'll try Google Chrome. We'll open up the almighty Microsoft Edge. We'll see if it opens slowly but surely. We're logged into a profile. Now, there's no internet, so it's not going to actually connect to the internet. But what if we go to here and then I think it's settings in Edge, and I don't know where it's actually stored, but if I search for password, we have Microsoft Wallet and we have passwords here. I'm going to pop that open. And we have one site and app. Now we have to enter in Jason's password to grab that, but we actually know Jason's password because remember, he was phished. The red team member used my hands-on phishing course. He's living in the future. It came out July 8th, so this engagement's happening in September. He went through my phishing course, learned how to do phishing, and got Jason's creds. Let me paste that in. Okay, let me type that in. It should have allowed copy and pasting, but hey, if not, that's fine. W@123. Jason W. I think that's correct. Okay. And would you look at that? Just look at it. Another classic YouTube video. We have Jason W. and we should be able to see his password, and we can. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and copy this information for our notes. I'm going to open up FlameShot and we'll grab a screenshot of this. I'm going to go like this. Control C, jump over to my notes, and I'm going to drop in the screenshot there. But this very much, guys, very real world attack vector. That when you have a compromised workstation, before you do the elite hacking stuff, like literally just check the browsers for saved password. You will often find some saved credentials that you can pass around. So we have a new password for Jason W. He's not reusing his password, so kudos to him for that. He does have a different password for Google as opposed to like his regular account, but we do have access now to his account potentially. Now, if he has MFA or something configured, we might have some issues gaining access, but let's go ahead and find out. So step number 1, understand how to pivot from a compromised endpoint to cloud infrastructure. Done. Complete. You thought Leroy Jenkins, another classic YouTube video. I love it, hoi manoi. But you may have thought we had to do some crazy hacking on the terminal. No, just check browser information and see if you can find a password. But let's grab this and make a new H1 as we work on this task. So practice GWS or Google Workspace enumeration for sensitive data, Google Docs, Keep, and Gmail. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can log in. I'm going to go over to this one, and I'm going to open up a new private window so it doesn't try to log into my Gmail. And I'm just going to go to gmail.com, and let's see if we can grab his credentials. So we have Jason W. But we don't have his password. Or his domain, now that I'm thinking of it. And this is actually something, if I remember right, when I was doing this myself, I couldn't figure out how they knew his domain. Yeah, I put that in my own notes. So the domain for Jason W., and we would know this if we were doing a red team engagement, they should probably put this in the beginning, or I'm missing it, but I think it's shopgigantic.com. Is that a real website? I think it's at shopgigantic.com. I'm curious how they... Oh, look. So they found the password a different way. I literally just looked at the browser. But anyways, it's at shopgigantic.com, I believe. But I don't know how you're supposed to get that from the lab. Maybe you are just supposed to look at the walkthrough for that part. I don't know. Maybe I'll ping Ian and see if we can add it to the scenario saying that we compromised shopgigantic.com, because in a real red team engagement, we would of course know the target domain of the user that we compromised. But let's try this. Jason W at shopgigantic.com. And we'll grab his password. If I can grab it from here. Enter your password. Next. Will this be posted later? It will be. And we are logged in. We have compromised Jason W's Gmail at shopgigantic.com. Let's go ahead and grab a screenshot of that. And I'll drop it over to my notes. And we're going to update this thing. It's actually Jason W at shopgigantic.com. And I'll add a note like... Oh, I don't know why it scrolled up. I'm not sure how we were... supposed to find shopgigantic.com, but that's the domain. In the real world, we would have known that, but we have this. Can I paste this in showing that we have access to his Gmail account? And now we can just begin poking around. Let's see what we are able to find. We have some code validations. We have an email right here to someone named Caleb. Hey, Caleb, what's up? Can you add me to the new BI dashboard group? So we have some BI dashboard. I'm working on sales projections for Q3 and need access to historical data sets. Thanks, Jason. Yo, what's good? What's good, Jason? You're added to the SG Analytics read-only group. You should get an invite in your inbox. Also, heads up, dashboard refreshes every 4 hours, not real time. Perfect. Got the invite. Appreciate the quick turnaround. All right, can we see sent? We have that. What's this? Log alerts. Yo, Caleb. Bruh, I just got a pager alert. Who the frick uses pagers, bruh? They've triggered the retry circuit 5 times in the last hour. Can you check Redis and GCP Health? Looks like we're dropping updates. All right, and yo, I need a go-ahead from you to run 2 minor SQL patches on LiveDB. Safe to run around 11 p.m. Ayush. I don't know if that's a good idea. But outside of that, nothing super interesting in the email. Let's jump over to like Google Drive. And we have 2 things. We have internal docs and PM share. Let's start with internal docs. You're right, Alepsis, that would likely work, but in this lab environment, the affected workstation or VM doesn't have internet access. So it wouldn't work, but in the real world, yes, it would. All right, we got our Black Friday 2024 marketing strategy. Ooh, 15% off. Competitive intelligence. We have a confidential source of Walmart's. They hacked Walmart. They know what Walmart's doing. What's the influencer partnership? Hey, they better be paying me $2 million. Oh, I'm not even a micro influencer. Shoot, I'm like a freaking baby influencer then. All right, cloud infrastructure audit system. The cloud infrastructure audit system provides comprehensive monitoring and reporting capabilities. Let me just scroll through here. Okay, to initiate a comprehensive infrastructure audit, publish a message to the internal alerts topic. So if you know AWS, this is sort of like SNS topics in AWS where you can publish alerts out and go to people's emails. It can trigger things to happen. But here in G-Cloud, it's G-Cloud pub sub topics publish internal alerts message. Some craziness, but hey, we have some G-Cloud stuff that might come in handy later. Let's grab a screenshot of that for our notes. Do Control-C and drop over to my notes. It's going to drop everything that we find here that may or may not be helpful. Some type of auditing going on. Each audit produces a comprehensive JSON report containing instance status array, metadata, additional services, Cloud Run, Firebase, and other managed services. We have storage in buckets. Audit results are stored in randomly named buckets with a prefix pattern. Buckets are configured with read access. All audit data is automatically purged after 10 minutes. We have some cleanup options. Okay, so may or may not be helpful. We have a vendor directory. I don't think that's going to be helpful. Maybe an employee handbook. Well, this is like a full, is this a real full employee handbook? It is. Amazing. We have some Cloud Run interface. This is what I love, guys, about Pwn Labs. Like, I feel like I'm in a real company's Google Drive right now. It's crazy. I love it. There's no other CTFs where you are compromising a real Gmail account, logging into Google Drive and trying to pillage data from it. No other platform does that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never logged into Google Drive or Gmail as part of a freaking CTF. It feels so real world. For all I know, Pwn Labs is hiring me to hack this real company, and I'm treating it like a CTF. We have expense reports. Oh, we have a gifted sub over on Twitch. Thank you, De La Dirty, and thank you, Nephilis, for notifying me. Guys, I apologize. Restream doesn't show me Twitch alerts. So thank you, De La Dirty, for your generosity. You're amazing, my friend. I appreciate it. But here we have some executive expense reports. Maybe these people can buy some gifted subs as well. Dang, that many expenses just for the CEO? We got some first-class flight to Tokyo, a business dinner in Tokyo for $1,200. Bruh, what kind of cheeseburgers is that? I guess it's Tokyo. Maybe they're not eating cheeseburgers. Private jet rental? This company has money. Harvard Business School executive program? I don't see any cybersecurity spending. That's probably their issue. Oh, we have AWS reInvent. You know, the maker of this lab did such an incredible job making this realistic. So cool. Oh, we have a VPN setup guide. A VPN configuration file. Username and password must be collected manually from the IT help desk. You have to go there and grab it. This probably isn't going to be as helpful. So I don't see VPN creds. All right, let's close that out. We have a performance report for the inventory, showing what's sold. And a store performance dashboard. I'm not going to look at that. We have PM share as well. What's this? Ooh, internal config notes. These flags control various parts of the internal order management app. Enable user view, enable admin tools, enable debug header. This seems like it could be really interesting. Let's grab this as well. Add it to our treasure chest here as we dig deeper into this organization. And guys, what I'm showing you, just like reading random documents and taking notes of this, is exactly what I do on a real internal pen test. You just take the time to read everything and you think, how might I use this as an attacker? And as long as you take good notes, these things will come back to you even in the real world. We have an infrastructure sync with Caleb and DevOps. Okay, nothing super interesting there. Internal user feedback. Implement strict role checks. Could be some security stuff we could exploit. Beta access document. What is the fulfillment portal? Oh, shoot, we have credentials. To assist in early stage testing, a demo login is provisioned for engineering and QA. These credentials are for sandbox demo use only. For full access to issue reporting, please contact the internal dev team. Internal VPN only. Can I actually hit this? I'm on a VPN, but I don't know if I'm on their internal VPN. No, okay, I can't. Oh, let's go ahead and grab that for our notes as well. We have some more creds. Maybe there's credential reuse that we can reuse those in different places. Hey, I'm using VirtualBox, Siva. Not that I love VirtualBox, but it is what I'm using. Oh, let me jump back over to this. I think that's about it with Google Drive. If we jump over to our notes, it says practice Google Workspace enumeration, Google Docs, Keep, and Gmail. So we haven't really looked at Google Docs. Unless that's what they mean by Drive, because docs are generally stored in Drive. Yeah, okay, so we did do that. Keep, I think Keep is for storing notes in Google. Let's see, is Keep over here somewhere? Am I blind? Where the frick is Google Keep at? I'm going to search for apps Keep. Search results for Keep. Okay, maybe I don't need to be in the marketplace. We're just going to go Google Keep. All right, keep.google.com. That works too. Okay, so here we have some credentials. We have Windows and a service account zip. So a password for some zip file. Whoops. And we already have the Windows credentials. But this might be helpful for us. Let's grab a screenshot of this. We got a lot of things to dig through on this lab. I love it. Very real world. Lots of noise. Not knowing what exactly is going to be helpful, but take note of all of it. I'm going to copy that password just so I don't have to type it out. And then we have the window credentials there. Let's go ahead and keep looking at other things. jump back over to Drive because this is for some .zip file. We possibly missed something. So I was looking at shared drives. What about my drive? Okay, we got more stuff in my drive. We have company balances. Salary, 110 million? Dang. Bro, making bank. We have a patented design. For what? What's the patented design? Wow, that's a crazy design. Maybe it's still loading. Now, there's not much in the patented design. And, we have a service account key file. Now, this service account key file is often used with GCP. It's a service account key file that allows us to authenticate to GCP or the Google Cloud Platform to begin doing some enumeration. Let's go ahead and check out this file. I'm going to download it. Download anyway. Service account key file. Go over to my terminal. I'm going to rename this to RDP. We'll keep logged into that. Change this over to terminal. I'm here in Pwn Labs. I'm going to make a directory. I'm just going to hacking Google Workspace, CD over to hacking Google Workspace. And I'm going to CP from my downloads file. And was it service account.zip? I didn't download it twice. It literally has one in the name. And I'll save it to my current directory. I'm going to go ahead and unzip that. And I think we actually... So you see how it didn't actually do anything? We need to pass it a password. So let me remove RF, that service account key file, because we need to pass it a password. I don't know how to do it with unzip. Let me see if we can figure out help. Can we pass it a password? Unzip. Match file names, use escapes, overwrite, verbose files, list verbosely, extract files to messages, unzip. I'm not seeing it here. Can I just do it the GUI way? Pwn Labs. Notion or Obsidian, better note taking? Neither. Is whatever works for you. Okay, what if I extract here? Then I'm prompted for a password, and we do have that password that we found for this service account zip. Potentially, this is the password. I'm going to copy that, paste that in, hit OK. There we go. Now we have a .json file. Development in there. We have really not keys to the kingdom, but keys to a service account. And this will allow us to get CLI access to the Google Cloud Workspace, or really the Google Cloud environment in general. And then we can look for privilege escalation. We can pillage data. We can see what information we can get. If we jump back over to our nodes, we can kind of see a roadmap of what we're heading to. If we jump back to our learning objectives. So looking at this, we understood how to pivot from a compromised endpoint to a cloud workstation. Remember, we literally just opened the browser and saw what files, what passwords are stored in the browser. We have this, practice GWS enumeration for sensitive data. We were able to do that, and we found a lot of sensitive data. I mean, we found invoices, we found financial information, and we found a service account zip file that we then found the password in Google Keep, and we were able to grab that information. We have 2 more tasks: to identify and exploit misconfigured or overly permissive GCP services, and then to explore how insecure Firebase configurations can lead to backend bypasses. But this is going to be the end of the first video in this little mini series of working through this lab on hacking Google Workspace. But I have a challenge for you. If you have a sub to Pwn Labs, what I want you to do is figure out how can you use this right here, this key file. How can you authenticate to GCP or the Google Cloud Platform with this key file? So if you have a sub, give it a shot. See if you can figure it out. If you don't have a sub, I want you to do it as well. Do some research. Figure out exactly what a key file is in GCP, how the .json works for the key file, and how you can authenticate to it. So I want you, seriously, If you're watching this after the fact, don't just jump to part 2. Do some critical thinking on your own. Imagine you are on a pen test, you discover this information. How would you be able to pivot over to it? But this does conclude the end of this first video of working through this lab. Big kudos to Pwn Labs and the author for an amazing lab. And hey, for the rest of you, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I will see you in part 2. I'm back with you guys. And yes, this is live. But good to have you here. Let me look at chat. Did I miss anything? Isn't it -P? Oh, for unzip? I don't know. I didn't see it in the and it's not even letting me do -P. Is this live? No. I'm a very intelligent AI model. It is -P. Okay. Let's see. Unzip. What you guys are AI hallucinating. I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of chat GPTs in chat. -P is to extract files to pipe. I did -P at the front. Oh, do you need to pass the password on the command line? Here, let's try it. Just because out of curiosity. Oops, let me jump back to that. Maybe you need to pass it on the command line. I think that actually did work. Let me remove this service account key file and let's try it again. No, it's not there. I'm just using my GUI option. It accomplishes the same purpose. Screw unzip. I don't know. If not, Chet is stuck in the AI loop of doom. Does Pwn Labs have anything on LLM or Gen AI testing? Yes. Okay, how long have we been streaming? About an hour? Guys, I'll keep hanging out with you, but so I've been staying up until about 1 a.m. almost every night, working on various things. I need to go to bed by 10:30 my time, which is in like 45 minutes. Yeah, you know what? I should probably just call it a night. I don't know if you guys ever stream, but when you stream, it's really hard to go to bed. It's really hard to stream up until when you're supposed to go to bed and then just lay down and go to bed. Like I have to relax myself for like a good 40 minutes before I can actually fall asleep because I get adrenaline, right, from hanging out on chat, hanging out with you guys. So I think I am going to call it a night. But hey, good news is I'm going to be streaming again in like 9 hours. All right. So once again, for those of you who maybe weren't here in the beginning, the reason my stream today is shorter is I'm streaming again tomorrow morning for Simply Cyber. I'm filling in for my friend Jerry on the daily cyber threat brief. Let me get the link pulled up here and I'll drop it in chat. But like I will be back on in 9 hours or 8 hours or something. Yeah, dude, I am doing jaw jacking. I'm doing both jaw jacking and the show. So I'm doing the full show and jaw jacking tomorrow.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? If you're looking...
Oh, we got another gifted sub. Thank you so much, Dala Dirty. Unless it was from before. Either way, thank you again. But, guys, this is where I'll be streaming tomorrow morning. Starting at 7 a.m. my time. So it's early. I get up at 6 a.m. to get this ready. So it's really hard for me to try to stream and knock out this show in the morning. So bad news is I'm going to call it a night. Good news is if you join me on Simply Cyber in the morning, I'll be back streaming again. I spend the first hour from the first hour just talking about the top cyber news, and then the last 30 minutes doing a Q&A called Jaw Jacking. We'll love to have you join me on Simply Cyber tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow night, I plan on streaming again on my channel. So I'm streaming now, I'm streaming tomorrow morning, and I'm streaming again tomorrow night. I'm not going to stream on the 4th of July because I'm going to a fireworks show with my kids, but I'll be here tomorrow morning. I'll be here tomorrow night. You guys will be able to catch me around. Thank you for hanging out. Let's see if we can find somebody to raid. Now, raiding is Twitch terminology. Let me see who's all watching. We have a little over 40 people on YouTube, a little over 30 people on Twitch. Hey, all you YouTube people, it would be amazing if you came to join Twitch so you could be part of the raid. Let me grab a link to my Twitch. I just dropped a link to my Twitch in chat. Come join the Twitch. Even if you don't have a Twitch account, you can still be part of the raid. Let's see if we can find someone to show some love and support to who's streaming. Oh, we got the Shy Hat and BlazeBits. I usually raid BlazeBits. So to be fair, I think we'll raid the Shy Hat today. The Shy Hat is an incredible content creator and teacher, always teaching ethical hacking labs. Really fun to watch. Let's go ahead and raid the Shy Hat tonight. Let me get logged into Twitch real quick. Tonight. You guys probably just heard me talking to myself through the desktop audio. All right, we got Hoimanoi already spamming hack smarter, not harder before the raid even begins. Dude's on top of it. We're not even in the raid yet. Let me get this raid set up real quick. We'll do raid the Shy Hat. And yes, Hoimanoi is already ahead of us. But guys, when we do the raid, make sure you say in chat, hack smarter, not harder. He will know who it is. Let's show some love and support to my friend, the Shy Hat. Make sure when you do the raid, if you can, hang around for a little bit. He really does make some cool content. You guys will enjoy the stream. For the rest of you, thank you again for taking the time to hang out with me this evening. I'll be back tomorrow morning hosting the daily cyber threat briefing, and I'll be back tomorrow night to do some more hacking live on my stream. Once again, if you haven't already, purchase my courses on Simply Cyber Academy. Fireworks 20 gives you 20% off right now.